to hear quite a bit, and when I embraced it, it was one of the best things that I could ever really do. What you resist persists, and what you embrace transforms. What you resist persists, what you embrace transforms. And didn't really fully understand that until I experienced it, and that's something that I've really learned, and that's you can know things here, but until you know things here, you're never going to have them here. So I have a little formula from the head to the heart to the hand. It's the way that I look at it. So I had all this knowledge. I've read all the books. I've seen all the information. I mean, it logically made sense to me that, positive thoughts brought about positive actions and just all this stuff that I had heard. I mean, it's all great, juicy stuff. But it wasn't until I actually started applying it and experiencing it that I could get it at the heart level and get that true knowing of what it is. And then, so for me, I've experienced that, it starts here in the head, logically. Like, I understand the concepts. I understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. I can read the words on the page and I can comprehend it. But it wasn't until I actually applied it and put it to use and experienced it that I got a true knowing of what that really, really meant. And then once I had the knowing, then, you can create it, and I can create it in my life. So what you resist persists, what you embrace transforms. So actually, that's a perfect little segue to the next thing that I wanted to go into. So what's up with all this fear and all this resistance, and where does that come from? And where it comes from, for me, anybody want to take a guess where that fear comes from? I mean, where do you hear it at? Where does it come up for you? Up here? I mean, is it something that you see in front of you, and you see like a burning, fiery pit if you go down that path? No, you make it all up. It's all in your head.
It's your imagination.
Yeah. It's your imagination. It's your mind. But see, if you think that you are your thoughts, which we're taught, I don't know whoever else is on their own personal development journey, but I was taught that you are your thoughts, that your thoughts bring about your actions, and that your thoughts create your world. So I was really, really identified with what was going on up here, because I thought that was me, and if I could just change the thoughts that go through my head, then I could change the world that's around me. And then I was introduced to the fact that the mind is not my friend, and your mind is not your friend. Because if you think about how your mind talks to you, if your friends talk to you that way, they would no longer be your friends. I don't know what your mind say, but my mind is the first one to tell me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not smart enough, that I'm not thin enough, that I'm not pretty enough, that I'm just basically not enough, or that I'm going to fail. It's never going to work out anyway. Nobody's going to be interested, so just keep your mouth shut. I mean, who talks to us that way other than ourselves? It's really, really interesting when I started looking at that. And I was luckily came across one of my mentors who is an expert in dealing with this stuff, and he's the one who showed me, your mind is not your friend. Your mind is an organ, just like your heart, just like your lungs, just like your kidneys. It's just an organ, and it performs a function. And when we start relying on our mind to do more than what it is actually there to do for us, that's where things get a little bit tricky, and that's where things get a little bit